I'm taking a time out in between cooking my dinner, but I was just thinking that let me tap in. So I was just thinking that there was too many things passing my mind at the same time. So the way I operate is like, this is why I tell people, don't pray out loud. Don't do rituals and spell work out loud, because there's niggas doing spell work and rituals against you because they have access to your microphones on your phone and they know what your ass is saying. I say that all the time. That's one thing. Then on top of that, let's just go into the people that claim they're not doing spell work, claim they're not doing that shit, like people in the government, stuff like that. So you got to address them too, because those people are people that, like, they don't understand people that are passionate about what they do, and people that, like, people that are passionate about what they do. Because a lot of times, like, I'm passionate about fighting, I'm passionate about guns, I'm passionate about knives, I'm passionate about protecting myself, I'm passionate about whooping a fucking person's ass if they start some crazy ass shit. I'm passionate about that. So if you eavesdropping on me, you're gonna look at me like I'm threatening you. If you listening to me, you're gonna look at me like I'm threatening you. Okay? Especially if you soft. And we love a good society of free thinkers, but we don't like no soft ass shit. Now, don't get me wrong, crying is not soft. You've been told that crying is soft. Crying is not soft. Expressing yourself is not soft. Screaming and yelling if you get fucking pissed off, that shit is not soft. It's not hard either. It's literally, cancels bullshit out. So, like, if you ready to pop off and fuck somebody's ass up, you gonna go to fuck off, because you gotta get that out. When you see Karens and shit in the street wilding out, them bitches will try to kill your ass. They probably been for decades poisoning their fucking family members. We don't know what Karens is doing, okay? But when you see their ass in the street melting down, it looks like, oh, they might attack you. They not attacking you. Matter of fact, they might about to be getting their ass whooped. They might be about to do that. In 2023, they might be about to do that. I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm not saying nothing to this nigga right here that's getting on my damn nerves. I'm not saying nothing to you, because I'm not talking to you. But you know what I'm talking about. So you feel some type of way about it. You're going to feel some type of way about it. Talking to me any kind of way. So then, because I look at when I'm thinking about life, society, how shit's operating. You're not sitting over here telling me you're not going to be on the all love and light bullshit, okay? Because that shit is toxic. That shit is toxic. It's never always love and light. There's always some other shit going on. And you're not going to ignore that shit. When you ignore that shit, you know what that does for you? That causes you problems. You hold your emotions in, and when the people that say, oh, I only want positive vibes only, right? Positive vibes only. That's not a thing. Not on this planet. Not with what these people are over here for. And even if you on goddess energy, God energy, if you go and reference their books, their gods were wrathful, their gods were fucking spoiled, their gods were a lot of stuff, and they love that shit. But as soon as you start getting into your godlike energy, oh no, you can't be doing that. You can't be legend status. You can't be Super Saiyan status. You can't be da-da-da-da. Alright? So I talk through a lot of my things because I was raised to always protect myself. I was raised to never let anybody bully me, no matter who it was. And I was not only just trained to survive, I was trained to thrive. And I do it well. Even on my worst day, I'm better than able-bodied people. And not when I say I'm better, it's not me looking at them and saying, "Oh, I'm better than you." No, I'm not doing that. I'm literally just living my life. I cannot help that I'm outshining you. I cannot help that I can be bleeding like somebody shot me and still be doing more physical, intellectual, and emotional shit than your ass is doing between your 9 to 5, whatever the shit your ass is doing. I can't help that. I can't help that. So I sit here, I think, and I talk, and I'm like, there's a teacher in Florida that just got arrested. I'm not saying that I condone what she did, okay, and how she did it. But this is what she did. She flat out was like, "Oh, this is off the record, blah, blah, blah." And moved the tables in the classroom and let, like school students fight. I'm not saying that I condone that. All I'm saying is if I was an administrator, I would be like, fuck touching your toes. You're just trying to teach these kids how to take it up the ass. You just training these kids how to be hoes. Okay? You're not training them the way they need to be trained. That's why don't nobody like going to gym class except for meatheads, because all they know is, "Oh, I gotta train, I gotta do everything so I could be good at sports." That's all that they doing. Okay? If I was a school administrator, I would be having gym class with a boxing ring. Everybody would be having their fucking gear, all the shit that they needed. And then I would be training. I would be like, who fighting who? I wouldn't even ask because they don't be telling. But I'll be looking. Who fighting who? Nigga, who bullying who? I would take note of what's going down, and I would say, so you picking on them or her because they don't know how to fight. We'll train them how to fight. We'll train both of them how to fight. Both of them. Both of them, not just how to fight. How to really, really, really fight. Really do what they need to do in real life. Because in real life, if somebody wants to roll up on you, they're going to roll up on you and that's it. That's why you see all these people out here with guns and shit. Back in the day, there was guns. We solved our problems. We whooped ass. Niggas was whooping ass. The people that was getting, but 4 bitches jumped me, I busted all their asses and that's it. All of them. I go out 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the city. White people like, New York is riddled with crime. Da da da. I go outside. I see people. I feel people. When they want to start shit, I'm looking at them. They looking at me. And I feel that they want to start some shit. They not starting no shit. They not doing that. They not doing that because they know it will be the last thing that they do. And that's not a threat. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, I walk down the streets with or without my dog. With or without both of my dogs. Because I'm not worried about it. If it's my time, it's my time. And I was raised and trained for it never to be my time. So when I look at like kids, and people acting up and being all crazy and shit, I look at most of the people that have guns are people that are scared of shit and they don't know how to fight. Or they used to and now they can't do it anymore. I had a cop, I was staying at somebody's house I was talking to a while back, and I'm walking down the street with my dogs. I see this white guy walking his condo, and he's just got out his car. He sees my dogs are off leash, but my dogs always have a shock collar just in case, I'm always responsible. But he goes inside, goes to get his dog, then comes outside strapped, brings his dog out with no leash when he just saw my dogs outside with no leash. So obviously he was looking for trouble, and he was a retired cop. As soon as I seen him, I'm like, oh shit. He comes outside. My dog starts going up to him. He's like, They're service dogs, but they're protection dogs too. So they're like, what the hell is going on here? Why did he roll up? Because they can already feel a person's intention. So people can hide their intentions all they want. I feel their intentions. I didn't even need to feel their intentions. I saw him. He walked right past me. He saw me with both of these damn dogs off the leash. If you go inside and get your dog, bring it outside off the leash, and then you strapped, you trying to kill a nigga. Okay? Little do they know, I don't give a fuck about no damn gun. I learned how to disarm a person of a gun and kill their ass before I was like 7 years old. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to let you shoot my dog, though. So my dog's walking up to him real calm, but he's kind of like sussing it out because he feels that energy. And he's like walking up to him, and the guy pulls the gun out. First, he pulls it out, passes it past my chest to point it at my dog. I'm walking over still. I'm walking over still. No fucks. Okay? Not because I'm suicidal. Because if that nigga tried to shoot my damn dog, I would have run over his ass like a fucking tsunami. A tsunami. A fucking tsunami. And my dogs be getting on my damn nerves. I be yelling at them when they act up. I'm like, yo, you can't be acting like this. You know better. You better fix yourself. That's how I talk to them. I talk to them like grown-ass adults because they act like grown-ass adults. I don't fucking talk to you like you're a little puppy anymore. You're not a puppy anymore. Stop it. You acting like one when you act up. So he has the gun out. He got the gun pointing at my dog. He's like, you better get this dog, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you better put that gun up. Real calm. I'm like, you better put that gun up. He's like, get the dog. I'm like, don't you see me walking towards the dog? Don't you see me walking towards the dog, right? I'm laughing because you wouldn't, but my life is like a movie, okay? You would not believe some of the shit. So I'm like, you know what? I could have had this man arrested. This New Jersey, you can't just be pulling no damn gun out on nobody like that. You pointing it at me? Now you threatening me with deadly force? I could have killed his ass and been good. My black ass would have been having a case though, because you know, Jersey is not free of racists and shitty ass policing. Shit, in Jersey, some places in Jersey, a robber could break into your house, steal your TV if you shoot their ass. They stealing it in front of you. You shoot them. You could get sued by the robber. Because if they weren't presenting bodily harm, deadly harm to you, you can't kill them. Well, I was in the clear. But even my brown ass is gonna say, even as a ex-police officer from New Jersey, they still would have been trying to fucking give me a fucking felony. They didn't stop me from going over there, though. So I'm walking over there, and then he starts, like, looking at me, because he's an older guy, so he's like... He's telling me to get... This is why people get shot all the time. He probably killed people while he was working, and nobody knew. Because if you pull a gun out on somebody, you threatening them. They don't have no weapon. Even if you feel threatened by a dog, you cannot shoot that dog unless that dog lunges at you. You cannot do that. So while my dog is walking up to them calmly... He's telling me to get the dog while he has the gun. He already pointed it at me. Now he has the gun pointed at my dog. And then he's telling me to get the dog, but then still threatening to shoot the dog. So I just saw literally a video yesterday on this about this black guy who cops came up to him and was like, get on the ground or whatever. And there was like 3 guys in the parking lot or something like that. Nobody knew who the hell they were talking to. So then he calls out, oh, you in the red shirt. Well, other people were already on the ground. And so if it's like they tell you stuff, they tell you, oh, get on the ground, don't move. But then they're electrocuting you. How the fuck your ass not gonna move? Let's line them up and electrocute them. How you not gonna move when your ass getting electrocuted? Your body is gonna move. Nobody's resisting you, dummy. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, you said get the dog. But he's posturing like I'm about to shoot this dog because the dog's getting closer to me, and then I'm getting closer to him. So then he's kind of looking at me, but then he switches to looking at me of concern. He's looking at me kind of like, I can't believe this bitch is coming up to me while I got this gun pointed at this damn dog, and I told her to get the dog, but this bitch is crazy. Like, that's how he looking at me. And I'm looking at him like, this nigga crazy. He is not hearing what's coming out his fucking mouth. That's how I'm looking at him. And on top of that, I'm looking, because his dog was a freaking golden. Like, his dog wasn't gonna be doing nothing. Okay? And even if it was, I'm not scared to get bit. So I'm looking, and I'm like, if I don't get the dog, he's gonna shoot the dog. If I don't walk calmly, he's going to shoot the dog and then try to shoot me. If I don't do anything, he's going to shoot the damn dog. Bitch, I was going to get my fucking dog. The dog cost $1,500. I'm getting my damn dog. And then that's not $30,000 worth of fucking service dog training that I fucking gave him. I was getting my fucking dog. So people like, and I bring that story up because it's a lot of these niggas walking around like this. They shooting, the nigga shot a cheerleader that got in the wrong car. 2 cheerleaders that got in the wrong car the other day. You know how many times that I've been almost got in the wrong car at the grocery store because I'm like, oh, that shit look like my shit. People got literally the same cars as you. You know how many people have the same fucking cars? Same color and everything. One lady the other day, she was driving home. She like, this car smell like cigarettes. What the fuck? And as she's driving, she's like, this is not my car. She put the key in the ignition and everything. You cannot just be shooting niggas that get in your car. You cannot be such a pussy ass nigga that you walking out in the streets and you so fucking scared that your fucking ass shooting anything. A cheerleader. Cheerleaders. Even in sweatpants and a hoodie, a fucking cheerleader is still a small ass girl. And I know I'm small. I'm only 5'5". These bitches was not raised like this. Okay? Everybody, I'm not even trying to do that. My motto is what the white teacher was saying when he showed the graph of fuck around and find out. Don't fuck around and you're not going to find out. I'm fine. I'm over here living my best life, making me some damn tacos, minding my fucking business, and clearly got to mind yours because ain't nobody looking over your fucking shoulder. You just been able to do whatever your ass want to do. Waving your fucking gun around, doing whatever the fuck your ass want to do, and never getting in trouble. So you are wild. Wild. A savage. Y'all are savages. I, as a school administrator, seeing the fucking way these kids and these teachers acting, I will be putting them, they will be crawling out of that ring. When I say crawling, bleeding and everything. Bleeding and everything. You want to act up? You don't really want to fight. You want to bully. I will teach your stupid ass how to fight because you don't probably know how. And I will teach a little other nigga how to fight. And I will let y'all asses fight. Because you need to. You need to. You're acting the fuck up. You can't, you don't even, and then you don't, because everybody has you worried about what you look like online and all this stuff. And you can't say what you want to say. So you feel insecure. So when you get upset, you can't come out your mouth and go off. You holding it all in. You know what you're doing? You making a volcano. You turning yourself into a volcano. And what do volcanoes? Everybody knows what happens to volcanoes. After a certain amount of time, they explode. We don't want explosions, okay? And the white people and the people in politics think, oh, just take all the guns, it'll be better. No, we know white people. We know they make bombs. We know they asses suicide bombs just like these jihadists, okay? They've been making pipe bombs since freaking back in Columbine. Matter of fact, before that, we know. And it's no discussion about why we need the guns. If you still discussing about why we need high capacity rifles and all this shit when our military is looking the way it is, you need to go shut the fuck up and sit your ass down. Nobody, you out of the conversation. You in grown folks business now. You in grown folks business now. Stay out of grown folks business. Grown folks talking about, ain't no goddamn way you taking them damn guns. Ain't no way. You're not taking the guns, not flamethrowers, not none of that shit. You better stop it. Because then you're going to be looking like, what was it, London, where the guy was crashing a fucking a box truck into a whole crowd worth of people, niggas blowing shit up every time they turn around. That's what you gonna be looking like. And you crying about some school shootings and stuff. You got a lot of them. You got a lot of them because you got shitty ass administration on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. You're both shit ass administration. You're both pussy ass niggas. You shouldn't be administrating shit. Somebody punch you in your face, you're not gonna do nothing. But before you could pull your gun out, somebody would already fucking broke your skull already. You're not doing that. So stop acting like you doing that. Stop doing that. You got these children out here undertrained. They don't know how to fucking survive. They don't even know how to fight off a fucking pedophile or a fucking child molester. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that. You're a fucking failure. You're failing and you need to be relieved of your position. And you need to stop catering to these crying ass moms who let their fucking kids go untrained this whole damn time. Clearly, they don't know what the fuck their ass is doing. Even with how many books they got out here. Oh, they don't want books though. They don't want books though. And then when they get in the real world and they have a meltdown, you'll be sitting here trying to justify why your fucking boot is on our neck more. We don't want the boot on our neck more. We want it off of our fucking neck. And we want these fucking kids trained up. And we don't want them out here traumatized. You're not going to get traumatized. There's de-stress and there's eustress. If you're learning to protect yourself and survive, and you know that you have the power to fucking dead somebody, if they try to dead you, you're not going to be traumatized. It's going to be a rough training. But the one person that got you fucked up, that's out here trying to kill your ass, or out here trying to rape your ass, they not going to be living no more. We're going to be done with that shit already. We're not going to be sitting how many fucking generations dealing with this shit. And if anything pops off up in this bitch that's large scale, you gonna be, there's a lot of niggas got guns in their arsenals. We'll give you one. We ain't giving your ass shit if you don't know what your ass is doing. They don't even want the damn gangbangers having no damn guns. They don't even know what their ass is doing. So we don't want to see that. We want regular people to be very deadly if they need to be. They don't need to be walking around here trying to kill everybody every time they turn around. Like how these scared ass, old ass white dudes are doing. And it ain't just the old ones, because they training up young ones to be just like them. So I do not agree with how the teacher handled the situation. But I can understand where she's coming from. As a new teacher going into a school, these kids be fighting the teachers and everything. Bullies be fighting the teachers and everything. They don't give a shit. So if a person is like, listen, I'll fight this nigga and that's it, and the teacher's like, well then fuck it, I could see where she was coming from. She caught charges on that. You know who should get charged? The administration. Physical education should include self-protection. The fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing? It's kids getting beat and killed in school with no guns. But yet you're busy talking about the guns. Because, oh, everybody just keeps getting these guns legally. If they weren't getting them legally, they would get them illegally. All the people that have guns illegally, that you are claiming illegal, because it shouldn't even be illegal. It shouldn't even be illegal for them to have them. You made it that way. But the ones who are getting it illegally, they're getting them illegally, and that's it. You're not stopping that. So why are you crippling the rest of your population like a dumb fuck-ass idiot? Why are you doing that? You look stupid. So if you looking at me and you hear me talking, you're gonna be triggered. You're gonna be bothered. You spying on me with the way that I'm passionate about my shit and talk about my shit. Yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna feel some type of way. I'm letting you know right now, because you're gonna be in your feelings. First of all, those children, those young kids, I'm in charge of my family's emergency plan. And my dad is a whole Marine. Okay? Retired and everything. But everybody knows if it's a zombie apocalypse and the world is going to end, we have an emergency plan that I planned. And once I get into the mode of we need to now survive, ain't nobody, there's no, oh, you're my mom, you're my dad. No, it's, you better pick up that fucking shovel. You better pull out the damn knife because we got to kill these fucking ducks. We got, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to dig. Stop looking at them like they're fucking little babies. They're not little babies. They're kids, but those kids still need to survive. They need to help your ass survive. So they cannot be walking around here shitting and farting fucking rainbows and unicorns. They can't be doing that shit. They can still be feeling great and living their best life. That's fine. Everybody should be able to do that. The problem is that when shit gets real, these niggas are not ready. They're not even close to ready. You're looking at niggas like me, people with disabilities. Even with disabilities, like I said, I'm still making able-bodied niggas look bad. So bad to the point where they're crippling themselves and disabling themselves to be like me as if that's something that you should be trying to look forward to in life. No. We chose this body because of the message that we would be able to deliver when y'all started acting the fuck up, because y'all was already acting the fuck up. Go back to the videos of why y'all asses are here. You have to deal with pain. You have to be able to deal with pain so much that you can get up after somebody sliced skin off your body. When I was 3 years old, I fell through a glass table. Look at the skin. Can you see it? Can you see the skin hanging off the leg? Okay? You know what happened? My brother had a diaper rash. My mom said, go get the damn Desitin. I was like, fine. I go upstairs. Nobody told me that the table next to the bed had a crack in the corner. I didn't know. And at that time, I wasn't even diagnosed with my disabilities. I was in gymnastics, making these bitches look bad, flexing on the horse. So I was practicing. I see the table. I'm like, that's an edge for me to walk on. That's an edge for me to walk on. I'm walking on it. I'm balancing on it. And it's next to the bed. If I fall, I'm going to fall next to the bed. I didn't know the damn table was broken. So I walk on the table as I'm getting towards the edge because the dresser was behind it. There was a table to the right, bed to the left, dresser in front of it. I'm walking on it. As I'm getting towards the edge, as soon as I saw the crack in the table cracked. The glass shattered. My leg went through the table. The skin was ripped off of my leg down to the bone. Down to the bone. I teetered to the right. My hand went out the window. It was a blessing. No, it was a miracle that the skin didn't come off my arm too. I stood in the middle of the glass table, and I've been talking since I was like 10 months old. So like, I'm very intellectual. So like, when I fell through the table, I'm like thinking in my head, okay, mind you, I'm bleeding. The fucking meat and muscle is gone. And my little scar on my leg is little because I'm grown now. When I was a kid, it was the whole fucking leg. The whole shit. The whole shit. While it's the whole shit, and I'm bleeding out, about to fucking die from fucking blood loss, I'm still standing there, and I'm like, how am I going to clean this up? How is my mom not going to know? She's going to know. I'm going to have to tell her. I'm going to have to tell her. How am I going to say it? I'm going to get in trouble. This is bullshit. I just came up here for some damn Desitin, and then fuck, man. I just made a mess. And my mom's a Virgo, so you know the bitches don't like no damn mess. Virgos do not like no fucking mess. They like to work, and they do not like fucking dirty shit. I have it in my chart, so I'm allowed to speak on it. So I'm standing there for a cool like 5 minutes, like thinking there's no way I could clean this up. There's no dustpan up here. There's no trash big enough to put all this stuff in. And then the glass is missing. Like, no. And so then I start getting woozy. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta tell her. So then I get myself from out of the table. I step from out of the glass. I go to the top of the stairs. I'm like, Mom. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I broke my leg. She's like, what? I'm like, I broke my leg. I felt like that was like, laying it easy on her, because she's dramatic. She Puerto Rican. Her ass is gonna show. She gonna show up and show out. So she like, what the hell are you talking about, Brianna? Bring the goddamn Desitin. This baby has a type of rash. I'm like, Ma. She's like, what? I'm like, I broke my leg. So it gets quiet for a little bit. And then she starts to like process, like, she broke her leg. My daughter is not dumb. If she says she broke her leg, she broke her leg. So she's like, let me go check this out. Leave this little nigga down here and go see what's going on. She goes to the bottom of the stairs. Thank goodness there was a wall at the end of the stairs, because what I saw next, I'd never seen her like this ever. After that, before that, anytime. So, but I had turned the lights off. I kept the lights off in the hallway. So, like, I'm standing there. Blood is pouring down my leg. Like, it's a puddle at the top of the stairs. It's a trail into the bedroom. A puddle in the table. And I'm not crying. I'm not even in shock, because if I was in shock, I wouldn't even be able to process all that shit. So I'm like, but the doctors tried to tell me I was in shock. I'm like, I wasn't. I was thinking about that I was about to get in trouble. And then I was thinking about how I'm going to clean this up. They didn't want to listen to me. I don't want to listen to them. 2023, we're not listening to them, because they trying to kill us. Okay? Anyhow, I'm standing up there with the lights off. My mom comes to the bottom of the stairs. She's like, Brianna. I'm like, yes. She's like, what you talking about? You broke your leg? I'm like, I broke my leg, Ma. I broke it trying to get the Desitin. She's like, can you walk? I'm like, yeah, but it's broke. It's broke, Ma. It's broke. She goes, all right, let me turn the light on and see. She turns on the light. When I say that, you remember that fucking gif where the black guy with the little dreads on the top of his head is like, that's how she looked. Her body started to move backwards to where she was going to pass out. She was fainting backwards, falling backwards. There was a wall behind her. Midway through her passing out, it's like the spirit came back into her and fucking just jetted her up the stairs. There was no, like, you know how you niggas that run, okay, when you see track stars running, you know how they get in that position, like they gotta get down and like get ready to pop off. Nah, bro. She was like this. She went from this to this in a half a second, and was already passing out. So I was like, oh, she went Super Saiyan mode. Like I seen it, and now I do it, I can operate like that. But when I seen it, I didn't know what I was seeing. I was just like, whoa, right? Bro, she flew up them steep ass stairs so fucking quick, threw me over her shoulder, forgot she had a son, left him in the house, ran next door to the old lady neighbor's house who used to let me read Wall Street Journal and smoke. She used to smoke mad cigarettes and then have me read Wall Street Journal. She had them piled up, and I would just sit there while she was babysitting us reading Wall Street Journal, and then if I had any questions, I would go over there and ask her. Like, that's how I did my thing. So anyway, she goes over there. She goes to get the lady. She's like, call the ambulance, da-da-da. Call the ambulance. She gets in the car, no shoes, stepping on glass and everything. Forgot she had a son and everything. We go to the damn emergency room, and I don't know if it was while she was in the emergency room she called. I don't remember if it was while she was in the emergency room she called. When she was in the emergency room, she called. That don't even sound right, but it's right. Or if it was before she left. Because I think the paramedic was like, you don't have no shoes on, you know, or whatever. She's like, I don't care. Like, get her to the hospital type deal. I had to get a skin graft on my leg. Then me and my brother were acting the fuck up in the grocery store one day. And I was like, he was on the back of the grocery cart. And I was pushing the grocery cart. And then we were just kind of like speed racing down the grocery store. I slipped my foot off the bottom rack. And the fucking rack scratched all the skin graft off my leg. I had to get 2 skin grafts on my leg. 2. I didn't get nobody's damn drugs. I didn't get no fucking drug. I got numbing stuff. So even as a little black kid, they were not trying to give me no damn drugs. I mean, later on they gave it to me once I had my back surgeries, my bladder surgeries and stuff. Once I was going through that, they did. But when it came to my fucking skin hanging off, I wasn't. Listen. I would recollect being high. Cause sometimes I don't recollect a lot of shit when I'm high, and I keep notes and I take videos and I'll be like, oh, okay. Sometimes I remember most of my stuff, but then sometimes I'll be like, if I'm on a pain management day and I'm really, really fucked up, I'm piecing shit together. I'm living on flashbacks, okay? I'm living on flashbacks. But there's something that doesn't change. Once I get fucked up again, I remember everything that I was talking about. Like, it just came right back to me because I'm back in that consciousness now, so now I know. Anyhow, if you're not able to have the skin sliced off your body, you're not ready. It's niggas out here, they doing that. They doing more than that. They doing more than that. So if you're not ready to have your extremities dislocated, bones broken, skin sliced off of you, and still be able to defend yourself, fuck the military pepper spraying people and then making them go through the line and fighting cushy bags, okay? Fuck that. Throw that out. You're not training them niggas right. You're not training them right. Because that's not what it's going to be like. That's not what it's going to be like. It's going to be niggas skinning your ass alive. It's going to be niggas stringing you up by your ankles and deboweling your ass. Deboweling you. It's going to be niggas out here. It's too much extra shit. And they could do that shit with a kitchen knife. They could do that shit with a pocket knife. And that's not to say, oh, ban everything. No, no, no. You can't do that. Because now you're dealing with buildings collapsing. You don't even know how to keep up your own infrastructure. You cannot have buildings collapsing. You cannot do that. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for everyone. The children need to be trained. They need to stop living in fear. There is nothing for you to fear. When you're protecting yourself, fear is gone. It's gone. It doesn't exist. It's only pure logic. Pure logic and pure action. You cannot freeze. We will beat it out of you. We will beat it out of you. They say that there's fight, flight, and freeze, right? Right now, Chinese people have trained their people. They have their people trained that even when they are under heavy torture, there is no fight, flight, and freeze. There is not that. There is not that. They used to think the Russian niggas was about it. No, 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 no. They did not train their people to move past the flight and the freeze. They did not do that. If you freeze, you die. Now, that is kind of a little bit of a lie, because sometimes you need to freeze to take in and process your situational awareness. Sometimes you need this a couple seconds. Pause. It's not a freeze. It's a pause. It's hitting the pause button before you fucking turn up. If nobody is teaching you that, they are your enemy. They are setting you up to get your ass whooped. They setting you up to die. So they might look at it and say, "Oh, that's fucking radical." Let me ask the scared ass niggas in this world, because there's a lot of them. You got guns and everything. You seeing a lot of wild ass people in the street, and you seeing that, hello, you got the news telling you Chicago's turned up with all these teens. Didn't you also see that white couple that went right through that crowd? They weren't starting no shit. There wasn't no shit for them. As a matter of fact, it was very peaceful. So when you see them kids turning up, somebody started some shit with their ass. They might not have it on video. Somebody started some shit with them damn kids. That they out there acting the fuck up and burning fucking cars and shit down. Police cars and shit down. They not out here acting like that for no reason. They're not. And they can say trauma and all that. Listen, trauma only goes so far, and people heal from trauma. People that are dedicated to heal from trauma, they heal from trauma. Actually, some of them are better. Some of them are better functioning because they went through trauma. Because if they didn't go through trauma, they would be out here a hot ass mess. And that's not advocating for you to be abusive and traumatic to people. That's not that. Because you can get the same exact results from giving a child eustress, not de-stress. Because eustress is empowering. De-stress is defeating. And when a person feels defeated and backed in a corner, they will burn the entire world to the ground. So stop doing that shit. Stop doing that. You're looking for a fucking ass whooping, number one. Number two, you're looking for all the walls and all the buildings around you to crumble. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Nurture these children. If you don't want to nurture them the way they need to be nurtured, let somebody else do it, because you're fucking up. You're fucking up. Don't have them out here like this. There's children that are, they grew up in two-parent households, and they're fucking, goddamn it, in Philadelphia with their fucking flesh hanging off you dick faces. You are not capable. And the fucking the niggas in the Congress people been there a long ass time. So let's talk to them primarily, because they're the ones who act like they don't want to give up their damn seat. You don't need to be in that fucking seat. You know what the fuck your ass is doing. You over here too busy trying to fucking go on your boyfriend trip on a fucking goddamn yacht somewhere, while everything else is burning down around you. Acting like you was out here drinking fucking beer from 30 packs with the creek niggas, like you wasn't doing that shit. Shut up. We was doing that shit. And the way we live is, when shit hits the fan, you calling us. Don't fucking call me if you haven't been taking care of me this whole fucking time. You need help, don't fucking call me. Don't call me. I'm gonna be too busy taking care of these fucking kids. That's what my ass gonna be doing. Too busy training up these fucking kids. Crash course training them too. Last minute fucking last minute fucking goddamn speed fucking racer fucking training they fucking ass and making sure I'm doing it right. You're not doing that. You out here too busy trying to line your fucking pockets and fuck everybody over. Stop doing that. You look stupid. Everybody sees you. Literally everywhere. Stop. I'm about to finish making my tacos because I'm not about to invest any more time in your fucking flaccid fuck-ass bullshit. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Because in all honesty, you done stole the time already. You definitely don't deserve my time. It's these fucking kids that's been dealing with your trash ass, that you've been brainwashing to beg for their freedoms to be taken away. Those are the people that I'm talking to. And a lot of my shit is over 18. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. They get a fake ID. They'll hear it. They get fake IDs to go to the bar and the club. They'll hear it. Some grown-ass nigga that's out here that has some sense to them, they'll show them. They'll let them know what they are supposed to be doing. The reality is that we're supposed to be out here doing the best that we can and trying to live our best life. And trying to do that in a jungle of beings that they have no value for life. And they have no self-control. And we are advocating for these beings to have self-control and be able to protect themselves, because the Supreme Court in multiple states already ruled, because the Blue Line cultists did not believe why the police and the sheriffs were made. You had to reiterate it for them. When COVID happened, you had to reiterate it for them that they're not out here to serve and protect them. If they're not out here to serve and protect them, then they need to be able to protect themselves. Period. By any means. And it's not a debate, no democracy, no discussion. It's period. That's what it is, and that's it.